Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing fantabulously well. For those of you who are new, my name is Precious Hanah. I basically talk about moving to Ghana, living in Ghana, a little bit of travel, a little bit of dance and music. So guys, do stick around with us. And yeah, let's have a good time. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'm grateful to those of you who have and keep returning. Guys, as you can tell from the title of today's video, we're getting straight into it. We are talking about moving to Ghana in 2024. Now, at first, I didn't really think people wanted to move to Ghana in 2024, but from one of my last videos that I did, where I spoke about the current situation of living in Ghana right now, so please do click the link and check that video after this one. It seems that people still have vim, like people are still very well motivated to come back home. So, I thought this would be a great video to talk about, what to expect when you're moving to Ghana in 2024. So let's get straight into it. So guys, I have my notes with me. So if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. But yes, so first things is first. Guys, if you're moving to a new country, anywhere in the world, you need to understand your why. Like, why do you want to leave where you are to another space? You have to understand, is it part of, your journey? Is it what you want? If you're spiritual or religious, is it something that God has planned for you? Sorry, there's a little bit of something on my lip. Yeah. Sorry about that. A little bit of fluff on my lip. Is it something that God has planned for you? Is it something that you have always wanted to do, but you keep putting it off? You have to understand your why. Your why is very important. Knowing what you're going to do here. Why do you want to do it? Is it a self thing? Is it a self-development thing? Is it for your family? Is it for the betterment of your children? Like, you have to understand your why. Now, the reason why I say you have to understand your why is because, guys, there's no perfect time to move to Ghana. And if there was a perfect time, it was probably around 2010 and 2019. Well, I feel like 2019 was the last year of goodness. So let's say 2018. But yeah, that was literally the perfect time to move to Ghana. And now if you want to move to Ghana, there is no perfect time. You literally just have to get up and do it. You can't keep wasting time or keep saying, oh, I need to save this amount of money because then I'll be able to do this. Guys, I have been saying this for so long. Like I've had to explain this to my mum as well. Imagine when I moved to Ghana, that was 2017. I've always wanted a car. I've always wanted to drive. And living in Ghana, of course, I do work a few jobs where I make cedis, right? If I said I was going to save that money, even pounds or dollars, if I said I was going to save that money in 2017 to save, let's say, 150,000 Ghana cedis to buy a car, and let's say the car I wanted was a CRV, a nice SUV type car, that car is no longer worth that price. That car is now worth 350,000 Ghana cedis. Do you get where I'm going with this? So it's the same with a Vitz or a Corolla and stuff like that. The money you said you were going to save back then is not relevant to you now, unfortunately. So this is why I'd say there's no right time. If you're going to do it, you have to do it scared. You have to do it slowly. You have to do it, I don't want to say half plan, but it literally is like you have to kind of come up with a structure, right? And then have different pathways. You can either go this way or you can either go that way. So you have to automatically, you have to prepare for the what ifs. What if this happens? The different scenarios. You have to have a plan A to Z or A to Z, wherever you're watching from. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. So this is why I say it's very important to know your why, because there's no perfect time. And even going off of that, guys, everywhere is hard. Everywhere is hot. As much as I have been complaining and living in Ghana, talking about cost of living and all of that stuff, I am honestly reminded every day that the cost of living is hard for everyone, everywhere. In the UK, it's gone up. In the US, it's gone up. In Europe, I'm sure it's gone up. Everywhere, cost of living has gone up. Many would say that this is because since COVID, the economy has still been a bit, and they're still trying to figure it out. But it's a lot. It's a lot. The rate in which things are going, it seems like Ghana, dear, there's no hope, honestly. But of course, there has always been seasons like this. Like in the UK, I'm sure we've seen, I'm trying to think, has it been 2 or 3 recessions? There's been many recessions, and this is not the first, and this won't be the last. Like there have been many times where the economy has kind of just, And we come out of it, we try and make better lives for ourselves and stuff like that, and we find ourselves in that situation right now. As some of you may know, Ghana is in an election year. It doesn't feel like it because it doesn't really feel like anybody cares enough to campaign, but that's my subjective opinion. So yeah, understanding that there is no perfect time, because guys, life is hard everywhere. Ghana is not the only one that is hot. I mean, it's very, very hot right now, but Ghana is not the only one. So knowing your why, knowing that Ghana is hot like everywhere else in the world right now, knowing that there's no perfect time. And this is one of the key ones that I think that you guys have to remember. Please, if you're thinking of moving to Ghana in 2024, please know that Ghana can and will not be your escape from wherever you are. I'm sorry if that P was very in there. But yes, Ghana cannot be your escape. I feel like, honestly, for me, Ghana was my escape. When I moved to Ghana 7 years ago, I was escaping from the UK. I didn't want to be part of that rat race. And I've said this before, that I feel like being in Ghana right now, I've created a rat race for myself. I would actually blame myself. That one, I blame myself. I cannot blame the government as much as I'd like to, but that is my own fault. If you guys want a video about where I talk about this, let me know in the comments down below and I'll talk about that more. But I did leave the UK because I was kind of not interested. The weather, hated it. Didn't want to do like a 9 to 5 where I'm living to work and not working to live. I didn't want that for myself. So I ran away. Now I find myself in Ghana and like, I'm trying to remember my whys. I'm trying to remember my foundation. Like, why did you move here? What did you want from life when you moved here? What was the point? Like, I'm trying to remember all of those things and slowly and surely, like, just allow myself to breathe. Like I said, I'll briefly touch on it. Like I said, if you want a video about it, let me know. But the reason why I say I put myself in a rat race is because I am a content creator. Sometimes I notice that I don't act like one because I'm always allowing self-doubt and laziness to get in the way, right? I should be creating so much more content. As you guys know, I love to travel, but sometimes when the numbers are not doing what the numbers do, you can get a little bit discouraged. But then it's like a back and forth in my mind. I'm like, well, how do you expect your subscribers or to gain new subscribers or your community to show up for you when you yourself don't show up for them? So it's like this constant back and forth, and that's the little rat race that I put my mind in. And obviously, I mean, we're in a world where there's so many young people. I'm in a world full of so many creatives. And when you see people like really pushing and going for it, and you're seeing them climb and reach all these numbers, and you're just at the back, it can be a little bit discouraging. But it's me knowing that, why are you here? Tuning my mind. Why are you here? What did you want to do? What did you want to achieve? You wanted to create a YouTube channel. You wanted to create a platform where you get to highlight and show the beauty of Ghana. Okay, how are you doing that? So those are my whys. So think about your whys. Like, why are you here? Going back to the mental, like, Ghana can't be your escape. Oh God, guys, right now Ghana is just it's not doing what it was supposed to do for me. And like I said, if I didn't know my whys, I feel like I would have curled up into a ball and like become very, very depressed, because when you're not making the money you thought you would be making when you moved here, when things are not going as planned, like, guys, I'm going to be 31 this year. When I moved here, I was 23. Was I 23? Yeah, I had just turned 23. I was so, I was around that age. So yes, when I moved here, at that age, I thought, by the time I'm 30, I will be married, I will have my own house, I would have a car, I would have nearly 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will be making YouTube money, be having brand deals, traveling, exploring Africa more. I would have had my masters, maybe lecturing about Afro pop culture. I would have considered doing a PhD. Don't even put that on me right now. Oh Lord, yeah, no. And, I would have just like in my mind, 30, 31, I had so much high expectations of myself at 23. And the thing is, honestly, as I'm talking about it, I probably still want those things for myself. So what is really stopping me? I mean, as much as I can blame it on the economy, I can blame it on CSM issues, it's like it can be mentally draining. So with all my long-windedness, all I'm really saying is that if you're thinking about moving to Ghana, you have to understand your why so that when it gets mentally draining and mentally hard and you realize that Ghana is not your escape and your happy place, that you'll be able to come out of that funk and be like, actually, no, I know why I'm here. I know what I have to do. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so guys, my last point is if you're thinking about moving to Ghana in 2024, you have to consider that your plan A is not always going to work. You have to create a path for yourself. There are so many people moving back to Ghana. There are so many people moving out of Ghana. And it's crazy because me sitting here telling you all of these things, I didn't realize that people still wanted to come back. And I didn't realize the high hopes and dreams that people wanted to bring back with them. So in one of the videos, I hope you don't mind, I'll try and leave you anonymous. If I can, I'll put the comment on the screen here. But I had one of my subscribers comment and say that they are still thinking about moving back and they want to open up is it otology? I know it's the study of cancers. I can't say it, but I can't think of it. But yes, they want to open up a clinic, I guess a cancer clinic and stuff like that. And that's a big deal. Like, that is a big dream. So, like, people do want to come to Ghana and do big things. And I know, like, us being on YouTube and talking about how hard the economy is can be so discouraging. But once again, guys, if you know your why and if you create your plan and, like, face your front, but then also if you need to go left, go left. If you need to go right, go right. Sometimes it's not going to be a straight journey. It's not going to be a straight route. It's not going to be as easy as you hope and think it would be. However, if you tune your mind to understand that, you know what, anything can happen, you actually make it easier on yourself, in all honesty. Like, having that understanding that it might not be what I was expecting, but the journey is so worth it. Honestly, I've listed all the things that I wanted and thought that I would have by now. But when I really look and deep what I really have in my life, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I would have a really loving partner, that we would be able to create an amazing business together, that, he would support me in my creative journey and I would be able to support him in his creative journey. I didn't think that after almost failing my masters the first time that I would be able to come back stronger and be like, you know what, I'm doing this. I didn't think that after all the times that I failed that I would be able to pick myself up again. Like, honestly, guys, things happen. Things really do happen. I didn't think that I would come to Ghana and have this huge community, like church community, that I would find a place of worship and love and even be able to expand my media talents. You guys, if you watch my vlogs, you know that I film announcements at church. From filming announcements on church, that got me onto radio. That's got me onto TV. Guys, these are big deals for me. Like, I never thought that these things would happen. Even though my ABC plan didn't work, my XYZ plan is still there. It's still in the bag. Like, it's still, like, the possibilities are endless. And at the end of the day, I trust in the Lord. I'm a child of the Most High. And I know that the plans he has for me, like, he knew me before I was in my mother's womb. Like, there is nothing that I cannot do. Like, I know you know what I mean, guys. So I'm just praying and hoping that if you guys are thinking about moving to Ghana, you consider these things. You think about your why. You realize that nowhere is easy right now. There is no right time. So if you know that you want to do it, just set a date and say, okay, this is the date I'm moving to Ghana. No ifs, no buts. This is the money I'm saving. Like, put things into place from now, because if you say you're going to wait, Charlie, you'll be waiting. And the thing will keep going and going and going. I always say, you don't have to be in Ghana full time. That is the beauty of it. You can decide, depending on obviously where you are in your life, who you're with, if you've got kids, husband, wife, and all of that stuff. This is all up to you. you can say that, you know what, I am going to do 6 months in Ghana, 6 months in the abroad. You can say you're going to do 9 months, 3 months. You can also say, you know what, I'm not ready to move just yet, but what I will do is I'll do 2 months in Ghana and start setting the foundation. Every month or every 2 months you'll come. And obviously I understand that your, you know, work and like holidays and all of that stuff, it doesn't obviously work as easy as that. But if you can put those things in place now, trust me, it will work out for you in the long run. That's if Ghana is really on your heart. I'm also going to say this last thing. Guys, Ghana is not the only African country. Like, if you want to come back home to the motherland, Ghana is not the only country. There are so many beautiful countries in Africa. And I'm not going to lie, a part of me is thinking that maybe I should check a few of them out. I wouldn't mind living in Kenya for 1 month. I mean, if you guys, you know, support the channel, watch my vlogs, and, you know, maybe we can get monetized and I can do these things, I wouldn't mind. Like, I would live in Kenya for 1 month. I would live in South Africa for 1 month. Fam, I would live in Nigeria for 1 month, okay? Like, just, I'm all for it. Like, right now, I don't have any children. I don't have anything like, you know, locking me down. So I am all here for exploring and enjoying and experimenting, going through ups and downs. I'm here for it all. But guys, before I go, I want to say, please do consider these things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you. I don't know if I say it enough, but I really, truly do appreciate you. I enjoy this little community that we've built. I love it when you guys leave comments below. So please do comment. I do want to do a Q&A. So if you are thinking about moving to Ghana or just visiting Ghana and you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments down below. I will answer them. Not in the next video, but the video after that. So please, guys, comment. Leave all the comments and leave all the questions you have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I went off on a little rant in a tangent, but I hope I inspired you. I hope I've, you know, given you a food for thought. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. See you guys soon. Bye.